everyone. Yeah, I am at work right now, just killing a little time, but I wanted to do this. It's what I call a rant about G2E. I don't know, I guess just to get it out of my system because yeah, I recently went to G2E this year. This was my second time at G2E. Last year was my first time going to G2E, and frankly, this year I did not have as much fun at G2E as I did last year. Last year I had a blast at G2E for the first time. And I keep saying it's the only way you can play in Vegas for hours without losing any money. Well, that wasn't quite the case this year. See, the thing is, last year, I didn't really have too much trouble like recording, didn't have too much issues with it. And just like last year, I started out at the Light and Wonder booth because the first game I wanted to show was Huff and Even More Puff Grand, which looks like a cool new game. So, the thing is, last year I recorded all kinds of videos at the Light and Wonder booth. A lot of employees saw me and didn't say anything, so that made me think that they were cool with it. Well, boy, was I wrong, because this year was a different story. Like all booths, they made a big fucking fuss about recording. While I was doing the Huff and Even More Puff Grand video, yeah, a couple securities came up to me, but I just showed them my badge, and they were okay with it. They said I was good. So after Dracula, I was showing the Huff and Even More Puff Big Money Edition, which is exactly the same as the current Huff and Even More Puff, which is completely pointless. But anyway, while doing that video, or trying to do that video, another stupid security came up to me and asked me, "Are you with Light and Wonder?" I said, "No, I'm not." He said, "Then you can't film in here." So I just shut off the video, didn't say a word. I got the hell out of that booth. Just like at casinos, if a booth stops me from recording, I get out of there right away. So after that, I went to the Aristocrat booth, which was all boxed up. And they had people at the entrance checking everyone's badge, which is stupid. So anyway, they asked me, "Do you have an appointment?" Like, what? So apparently you have to have an appointment just to get into Aristocrat's booth, which is fucking stupid. So anyway, I dismissed that, and I asked them for permission to record their machines, and they said no, so fuck them. So Light and Wonder and Aristocrat, they both make so many great games, but horrible people in their companies. Terrible. So after that, I went to the Every booth and I asked them for permission, and they said yes. Again, shout out to Lee from the Every booth. He's the one that gave me permission to record the machines and show for my channel and to the viewers. And he even gave me a plaque that says permission to film, which was cool. So I obviously hung it on my badge so no one would bother me, even though a few people went up to me. So I showed them, and some of you may have seen the video of me showing the Every games, the brand new games. Anyway, after that, I went to the Konami booth, but I didn't have a good feeling about that one. I felt like they were going to say, because, like Konami was also checking everyone's badges at the entrance, which again, I think is stupid. So I guess not anyone can go in their booths. I didn't have a good feeling about Konami. I felt like they were going to say no if I asked them for permission. And turns out my instincts were right, because I recently watched another video. I believe it was Mr. Mike Slot's channel, Mr. Mike Slots. Anyway, he did a vlog of being at G2E. Bonsai was with him. And yeah, just like me, the booths were giving him a hard time about recording, and Aristocrat denied him just like they did me. And then he went to Konami, asked them for permission. They said no, so my instincts were right. I'm glad I didn't bother with them. And honestly, like I keep saying, it got draining having to ask every booth for permission to record, so I didn't stay at G2E that long this time. And another thing, most of the booths, they don't even have a demo menu where you could show the bonuses right away, so that sucked. So yeah, I didn't stay at G2E the whole time this time. I didn't have as much fun. Every booth makes a big fucking fuss about recording, just like a lot of casinos around the country. I mean, we're pretty much a quarter of a century into the 21st century, and all these booths are still living in the Stone Age of not allowing recording. I seriously don't get what the big deal is, but whatever. So anyway, I'm not going to G2E next year. In fact, I don't think I'm going to G2E again because it's not worth it. Now, you apparently, in some of these booths like Aristocrat, Konami, and etc., IGT probably does the same thing. I didn't bother with their booth. Apparently, you have to have appointments just to get in the booth, which is fucking stupid. So it's not, honestly, guys, for people that haven't been to G2E or that are thinking of going, you might want to rethink that, because honestly, it's not worth it. It's not. It's definitely not worth the hassles of trying to get videos. So I'm not going to be going to G2E again. Anyway, that's it for my rant. Like I said, I just wanted to get it out of my system. And have a great day, everyone, and best of luck to all of you. Oh, and by the way, I forgot to mention, so if any of you gaming companies are actually out there watching this video, for example, like Light & Wonder, Aristocrat, Konami, etc., if any of you gaming companies are actually watching this video right now, let me give you guys some advice here. If you guys don't want people recording in your booths, you should put out a big giant sign at the front of the booth entrance that says no video recording allowed. Maybe that'll help you guys. It's not rocket science, gaming companies, come on.